Every day at prime time, 8 o'clock, the nation sits down to listen to the great debates and conversations happening all over the country. What are our opinion makers talking about? What are our leaders saying? How are we changing the coming days? How is the future going to be better? But all these debates and conversations give a very bleak view of the future. We've all been taught through all the great religions and philosophers that we are not to worry about our future. We are to learn from our past and live in today. But what we are being taught today is absolutely different. We are being told to pick up a very narrow view of our history and use it to instill fear and hatred in our hearts, fear our future and hate our present, hate the people around us, which is going to ruin our today. We've been told again and again on some reason to hate 14% of Muslim population because we fear they'll multiply and become so lethal that they'll take over the 79.8% of the majority population. We are being told that Taj Mahal is a archaeological blunder which needs probably to be demolished because it was built on a mandir. It is not a source of pride or not one of the 7 wonders of the world. The man who made Taj Mahal, Shah Jahan, was a mass murderer, a mass rapist. Tipu Sultan was not one of the great freedom fighters who was the first to challenge British, but a mass murderer again. These people forget that Shah Jahan was the same man who built Red Fort because it doesn't suit their narrative. From Red Fort, every year our Prime Minister stands and addresses a nation on the Independence Day. The same Mughal Sultanate gave us the Grand Trunk Road. The Britishers who invaded India built the foundation of the train system. Are we going to break down all of that? The foundations that we really need to talk about and debate and maybe break down are the foundations of the caste system which are affecting our life today also. Just this month in 2017, a pregnant lady, 8-month pregnant lady, was killed because she accidentally slipped and touched the bucket of a so-called upper caste lady. That upper caste lady and her son took a stick and beat that pregnant lady mercilessly in her stomach, and the lady died and her unborn child died of injuries few days later. That's the foundation we need to break. That's the kind of debate we need to have. Maybe our leaders of yesteryears, they had a darker side to the character. There was a different perception of human rights. After all, we have evolved from animals to become the race we are today. Even George Washington practiced slavery, but today America stands for human rights of the world. Are we changing? Are we becoming more humane? Do we see these conversations making us more humane? We have become a nation full of hatred that on just the slightest excuse, a foreigner visiting our country refused to take selfie with some boys and they became a mob who beat them up. This is the kind of hatred that we are spreading. And it will change us. The conversations that we listen to will change us. They are changing us. It's like that the chicken and the egg situation. What came first? Are the conversations changing us or are we changing the conversation? Take the example of Rahul Gandhi. Today we say Rahul Gandhi has become a very seasoned politician. He is matured finally. What has changed? That he has learned to give it back as good as he gets it. So he can call the GST the Gabbar Singh tax. He can talk about the double tap of demonetization and GST which has crippled the economy. The Shahzada turns back and punches his opponents with Shahzada. And we say the man has changed. This man has the same capability which he had 5 years back when he pushed the Manrega, which is being the sole supporter of employment for the millions of Indians living under poverty line. That Manrega has been commended as the best social step taken by India by the World Bank. But we did not give him credit for that, but we give him credit for all the laughter he brings to his speeches. Why do we want our politicians to be dramatic, to sensationalize? They are supposed to have capability and capacity to lead us into the future. Manmohan Singh was mocked, laughed because he could not speak well. But the man built the Indian economy and got us to the state that we were developing in double digits. But we did not give him credit for that. We want drama. We want dreams to be sold to us, even if they are being sold on lies. We forget entertainment is for the Bollywood industry. Leave it there. Let our politicians talk about reality, talk about the change. We are so careful about putting healthy stuff in our body because it's good, we want to grow. But why don't we worry about the kind of conversations we are putting in our body? We need conversations which are good for our soul, for our mind, and for our country.